today we're making
disciple bread! The most important way that you can encounter Christ in worship is through the Eucharist. We read in the Gospel of Luke about the Last Supper, where Jesus gave us the Eucharist. Then he took bread, said the blessing, broke it, and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body that will be given for you. Do this in memory of me." Luke 22:19.
If you want to make this at home, be sure to have an adult help you, especially when using the oven. And be sure to use oven mitts.
Remember, before you cook anything, you have to wash your hands for 20 seconds.
But Marie, how do I know how long 20 seconds is?
I know how to tell how long 20 seconds is. There's a song that I sing when I wash my hands. Here, I'll show you. For health and strength and daily bread, we give you thanks, O Lord. For health and strength and daily bread, we give you thanks, O Lord. For health and strength and daily bread, we give you thanks, O Lord. All clean! Remember, you have to sing it 3 times to get to 20 seconds.
Now it's time to preheat the oven to 350 degrees.
Now let's get started making our disciple bread. Here's the recipe so you can make this at home. You will need whole wheat flour, white flour, brown sugar, baking soda, baking powder, water. Thank you for the water, and yes, honey, and margarine, softened. If you don't have margarine, you can use butter as well. Now, can I have a towel? Thank you. You will also need a large bowl, a whisk, a spoon to mix with, and a fork, as well as a couple of baking sheets.
First, start by combining all of your dry ingredients. 2 cups of whole wheat flour, 1 cup of white flour, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Now whisk it all together. All done.
Now I'm going to whisk you away! And I'm going to pop in to do the wet ingredients. Our wet ingredients are 3/4 of a cup of water and 1/3 of a cup of honey. Just stir it until it's completely dissolved in the water. When it's finished, it should look something like this. Now set this aside so that we can add our margarine into our dry mixture. Wait, I'm going to do that!
First, you need your dry mixture and your margarine. Take the margarine and stick the whole stick into your dry mixture. Make sure that your margarine is softened or else this won't work. Now mix it in using a fork. Thanks, Anne. You want to use the side of the bowl along with the fork to cut the margarine into your dry mixture. When you're done, it should look something like this. Once it is completely mixed in, add your wet ingredients to your dry ingredients. Now stir it all up. Sometimes a wooden spoon is helpful. Now it's time to shape our dough. And I have some help. To make disciple bread, take a piece of dough about the size of a lemon. See?
lemon size. And then shape it into the shape of a fish using your fingers. This is called disciple bread because we made this kind of bread at one of the first sacred music camps at St. Teresa's in 1990. St. Teresa Music Ministry performed a musical written by Austin Catholic composer and music minister Freddie Carnes, based on the story of Jesus and his disciples. One of the stories in this musical was about the multiplication of the loaves and the fish, where Jesus made enough food to feed 5,000 people from only 5 loaves and 2 fish. A choir member and our mom, Betsy Colbreth, made this bread recipe, but shaped the dough in the shape of small fish and small round loaves. We have called this recipe disciple bread ever since. If you want, you can even decorate your fish using a toothpick. Ours even have scales. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You can make however many fish or loaves that you want, but we made 5 loaves and 2 fish, just like at the feeding of the 5,000. Once your loaves and fish are shaped, it's time to put them in the oven. Make sure to ask an adult to help you with this step. Don't forget your oven mitts.
Bake your bread for 10 to 15 minutes, or until it looks dry.
While your bread is in the oven, it's a good time to sing your song again. Come on, join us. For health and strength, for health and strength, and daily bread, we give you thanks. For health and strength, for health and strength, and daily bread, we give you thanks, O Lord, thanks, O Lord. Have an adult check to see if they're done. They should look dry, like this. If they're not done, just stick them back into the oven for another few minutes. Your finished product should look something like this. Ta-da! They're done! Now it's time to eat. When we worship as Catholics, a very important part of our worship is the Eucharist and communion. We break bread together, and then we receive the body and blood of Christ through communion. When we all sit down for a family meal, we thank God again with grace before the meal, and then we share our food. You can share this delicious food by making a double batch and sharing with a neighbor, or putting them inside of manna bags along with granola bars, water, and other non-perishable food items to give to the homeless you may see when you are driving out with your parents.
That's all from us. We hope you enjoyed baking with us. Goodbye!
Bye!